What up, YouTube? Quick shot of the colon. The colon is a reflex organ. Toxicity in it can affect the various organs as they correlate in the illustration. Organ tissues are as healthy as the blood that feeds them. The blood is only as clean as the bowel from which nutrients are supplied. Check it out, folks. As you can see here, it's a reflexology chart of the colon. So, like the transverse directly affects the brain. That's why people that have plaquing, impacted waist in the transverse colon often experience pressure, headaches, just issues with the brain, um, so on and so forth with the neck, ears, shoulder, medulla, liver, testes, ovaries, all of the above. So clean your colon and on to the main attraction. We have the crystal. Huge smoky quartz. But I want to talk about the nature of acid versus alkaline and how a really popular diet right now or method of healing is the, alkaline versus acidic foods, and how if you eat alkaline, you'll heal the body because we're alkaline beings, making it very simple. Um, And I believe there's more to it than just eating what people deem as alkaline foods. I really do think this is pretty much like a dangerous notion or theory that as long as we follow some chart that says something's alkaline or not, that it's okay for us. For example, I'm just looking at a few alkaline diets, and they're suggesting nuts such as almonds, hazelnuts, I mean, coconut meat. They even had raw goat's milk was alkaline forming, and that's just like liquid mucus. Fermented foods such as kimchi, sauerkraut, avocado, cacao, apple cider vinegar, ancient grains such as millet, kamut, quinoa, raw yogurt, and these are all highly mucus forming. Um, if you just think about eating a nut, I mean, there's almost no moisture in it. It's very low liquid, high fat, high protein, um, just not going to digest well, not going to move well. I mean, obviously, goat's milk won't. The fatty foods like the avocado, the acidic foods, I mean, apple cider vinegar, just the pH itself is not alkaline, so I don't know where they're getting that. Um, but these are very common foods that are found on alkaline food charts. Um, and I think the main issue with this is that it really falls under nutrition theory and only looking at it from a point of nutrition, and not really encompassing the whole picture of what's going on and taking a look at like the mechanical aspects or like the eliminative properties. Like, how well is a nut going to move through you? How well is a nut going to eliminate? Whether it's alkaline or not, if it stagnates in the body, it's going to, you know, putrefy, um, and other stuff's gonna run into it, and it's just gonna create more and more impacted waste if it's not eliminating anything that leaves a residue, leaves a slime, turns into mucus, um, is going to obstruct the body. And if you don't eliminate, you accumulate. So I think the most important aspect to look at is how well it eliminates from the body. Hence Arnold Ehret's mucus versus mucusless foods list, and taking a look at how well the foods eliminate, look at their cleansing properties. It's really from a philosophical standpoint and not this scientific notion of vitamins, minerals, and other properties, um, because only the body heals the body. We don't put alkaline foods in our body. We don't put herbs in our body, fruits in our body, and these foods intrinsically do the healing. It's really the body that's doing the healing. What these herbs do, what these fruits do, what these leafy greens do, is they help cleanse and rid the body of age-old waste, cellular waste. They help move the lymphatic system. They help cleanse the colon, the digestive tract. They um, remove obstructions down to a cellular level so the body can begin to regenerate and repair itself. So the main importance is to focus on removing obstruction and less on the heady notion of whether it's alkaline or acid, because so many of these charts are contradictive. But what's not contradictive and what's not dogmatic is how well it eliminates. You can personally experience it for yourself. Does an avocado eliminate well, or does it turn to sludge and slime in my body? Um, or how well does watermelon eliminate? It eliminates incredibly well, um, and also moves the lymph incredibly well. Breaks up mucoid plaque incredibly well. Excuse me. Um, so yeah, and um, there are just like so many dogmatic notions out there in regards to nutrition when it can be quite simple. And that's once again why I practice the Mucusless Diet Healing System and talk about it and promote it the way that I do, because it just makes so much sense. Um, Fruits, leafy greens, colonic irrigation, distilled water, lemon enemas, they will remove obstructions like no other, at least from what I've experienced and others that I've talked to. Um, Herbs also greatly help. They work synergistically with certain areas of the body that might be holding more mucus accumulation than other parts of the body. So those can be beneficial as incorporating them as like ancillary tools. Um, and another thing I want to talk about is we will crave what's inside of us. So for example, as long as you eat avocado or say you eat certain foods, you will crave those foods. The body um, essentially craves it like it would crave a drug, for example. If anybody's tried some type of substance that's addictive, tobacco, for example, you're going to crave the tobacco while it's still in your system. That's why people go through withdrawals, just like you would go through withdrawals when you stop consuming certain foods, maybe like soda, for example. The first couple weeks or whatever, few days that you stop drinking soda, your body's going to crave it. And so a tool that a mucusless diet healing system practitioner might use is an enema to reduce cravings and eliminate the wastes that are causing those cravings. So say you're trying to get off a certain food, you're going to stop consuming that food, and then when you have cravings for it, you're going to do an enema and then maybe substitute it for something that might satiate that craving but isn't as obstructive as what you were consuming beforehand. And that's just kind of a transitional methodology. If you guys have any questions, would like to talk, would like more information, have questions, whatever it may be, please contact me, dlb949@msn.com. You can find me on Facebook, Doug's Holistic Health Services, and I'm thinking of starting a GoFundMe account because I want to get my certification in iridology. I just finished an iridology book by Bernard Jensen, so I might do like a $500 GoFundMe account. What do you guys think about that? I'm thinking about doing maybe like a free iridology reading and um, you know, consultation, or I like to call them um, information exchanges, because it's a mutual exchange. We all learn from each other. We all grow from each other. We're all each other's teachers and students at the same time. The greatest student is really the teacher, and the greatest teacher is really the student. Um, so yeah, guys, peace out. Have a good night or good morning, wherever you're at.